Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Los on Production proudly brings to you its best, brightest, and blackest combat review show there is anywhere. That's We Talk Combat, where we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I go by the name of Muy Grande African Americano, and I'm joined by my tag team partner, the Frog Splash Connoisseur himself, Travis. What's up, Travis? How are you today, bro?
What's up, bro? How you doing? Happy Friday the 13th.
Happy Friday the 13th, man. Shout out to Jason Voorhees and all. Actually, I thought Devin was going to do a special today, actually. Well, that's a different story. But if you're new around here, hit the like and the subscribe button, please. Also, hit the notification bell as well. If you aren't new around here, welcome back to the Glow Yard. Hit us up with any comments and all. We thought we'd just drop a new show, I guess, new type of content, recap show right after some of the major shows, so like maybe Raw, SmackDown, like that. We'll do a quick recap before we wait for the main review show of the week, which we do every Sunday around 3 p.m. So again, if you're new around here, subscribe to that, and you can check us out with the cameras on. The whole crew with BA and Queen as well. We do recap shows on Sundays, or we do long recap shows of the whole week, give y'all highs and lows and a letter grade. But for me and Travis, we're just going to break down SmackDown today. So Travis, first and foremost, bro, how'd you feel about
Well, I thought SmackDown just started off kind of slow for me. I mean, it wasn't like too bad, but it just the ending was the best part of the show for me, for real.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me break it down one by one, then, and we'll get into it. Let's see. So first and foremost, we had the Drew McIntyre, was that Jacob Fatu promo where Drew came out, Nick Aldis. It's called out by Drew McIntyre, and that all happened. Then Jacob Fatu basically claimed that he screwed him out of his championship, and it was his fault. And telling him and basically looking at him and saying, "So what you gonna do about it?" Antagonizing him and all. And Drew McIntyre says he quits. So what did you think about that segment?
That's what I thought about it. Until you just said he quit, like, okay. He just said he quit. Like, it wasn't exciting. It was just okay. We know it's going to eventually lead to a match, but other than that, just it is what it is.
Okay. I mean, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a way to set up. I actually knew from, well, we'll get into it further along the line, but some of the stuff they talked about during this promo kind of foreshadow what was going to happen later on the night for me. I felt like, especially when they say what was going to happen. But yeah, that was first. So that was cool. Segment started off. The show did start off pretty slow. They had a commercial break after that. Come back. Jacob Fatu got mad backstage about Drew McIntyre quitting and all that, and that he can't take a whooping and all. And Trick Williams got mad that the only person doing a whooping around here. And basically, Jacob Fatu talks, tells him off. Tells him basically, I'm gonna whip your ass and all that stuff like that. And Trick just making these faces that he always does, the Rock type faces. Looking like I can't believe you. Yeah, and then talks to Nick Aldis and says, "What's going on? What are you doing?" He actually says, "Where's Trips? Who's in charge here? Where's Trips?" Says Triple H and all that stuff. So I thought that was funny. But yeah, Travis, what did you think about the little backstage segment afterwards, the continuation?
I mean, I thought that was really fun. I mean, it wasn't as bored. I mean, I saw a Trick, so that was pretty, exciting. He's one of our favorites. Like, this is the beginning part for the show. Like, as we explain, further down the card, but this is part of the show where the backstage segments for me was more exciting than the actual show so far.
Okay. All right. So next you had the non-title match between the MFTs, Solo Sikoa and Tala Tonga versus Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan. And I believe the Wyatt Sixes end up picking up the pinfall. I said windfall. The pinfall. I believe wasn't it Uncle Howdy that pinned Solo Sikoa, correct? Nikki Cross looked like she had the lantern for the Wyatt Six, and then Tama Tonga hit him with the cutthroat. Yeah, and Tama Tonga had a little segment beforehand with what's his name before the match? Shinsuke Nakamura. So, what you think about this, man? This whole little Wyatt Six, Shinsuke Nakamura, and MFTs.
hopefully this winds up with a match with somebody with Shinsuke. But like we've been saying about this, this entire time, these past few weeks on the show, like this is all come down to basically just them fighting over this lantern. So it's like another thing, like it's pretty much boring.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
I agree. I want this to be over with. I know they're trying to drag it out to WrestleMania. It's funny because they were talking about that they get their powers from the lantern and all. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
Uncle Howdy just beat Solo Sikoa like a couple weeks ago without the lantern.
Right, exactly.
So I'm like, this makes no sense. They're just trying to drag it out to WrestleMania. But
see, this is why we need the profits to come back. The big tag team wrestling, exciting.
Yeah, this is your big faction though. Like this is the Judgment Day of SmackDown, and
exactly.
They just don't have them looking good at all. MFTs, so we'll see. I'm not really high on MFTs or the Y6 right now.
No.
Let's see. Damian Priest and R-Truth talking back before they interrupted by Los Garza about the tag team turmoil match last week.
Mm-hmm.
They set up a match between them four. But we go back to ringside, and Jade Cargill is having a non-title match against Michin. What you think about? I guess Damian Priest and that background segment and all that. I mean, there's not really much about it.
It's not too much, not really, but just the match itself. Like, when did the Damian the Undertaker Priest wanted to show?
Hold on. We didn't get there yet. Not the Damian Priest match. They went Jade Cargill and they're making that match next.
Okay.
So they just had to talk in the back. Jade Cargill in the match against Michin. And then they come back and like I said, I was just saying about the promo. What you think about the promo when they did the backstage promo between Damian Priest and R-Truth and Los Garzas?
This is another okay promo. Nothing too spectacular. Another waste of time. Which is going to set up a match, really.
It was. Then they had a segment before the match between Jade and Michin with Kiana, James, and Julia, talking about Tiffany Stratton and that she won't be U.S. champion. That's crazy that Tiffany Stratton now going for the U.S. championship. But what you think about that? About Kiana, James, and Julia talking about Tiffany Stratton?
Nothing really too exciting again.
You weren't excited to hear Julia speaking Japanese?
No.
All right. So here's what I think. I feel like this is where SmackDown picked up for me. Because at the beginning, that first hour or so was I was just grading that. It was trash, right? It was filler.
Right.
It should have been 3 hours. When we got to the non-title match between Jade Cargill and Michin, and Jade Cargill picks up the victory after a pretty decent amount of time. They had I don't know how long the match was. It had to be probably about 10 minutes at least.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Shots and all. But what you think about that match? Jade Cargill got the victory.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's what she was supposed to do. Like, we all know Jade was going to win, but it wasn't like Misha did bad or anything like that. It was just like, Jade's the champion, so she got to look good going into WrestleMania.
I actually thought it was a really good match.
Like it was a really good match.
I thought that was a really good match between Jade and Michin, especially with Michin. If this was her first match returning from injury, she didn't look like she was rusty at all. Like she was out there taking chances and all. So I was like, okay, it didn't look like Jade hurt her. It looked like something probably happened by mistake the way she was out there wrestling with Jade. Like she trusts Jade, it looked like. But yeah, I thought that was cool. Then after the match, Jade cuts a promo, and then Rhea Ripley comes out as well, cuts a promo saying that afterwards that Jade's going to be her bitch. What you think about that? I did hold her back. That choke slam by Jade though, and then the licking her face before choke slamming her.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Jade and all that.
Yeah. Like I said before, man, Jade gotta stop licking people, man.
She licked her face.
You keep licking her face, man.
Like a little puppy.
This is not a Chappelle Show skit, okay? You can stop licking people's faces, Mr. Jake.
What did you think about the promo though?
I thought the promo team was really cool though. How they each stole their lines and all that stuff. Jay saying I'm always on top, and Rhea saying that I'm that bitch. So that was pretty much cool.
My bitch.
Yeah,
yeah. It was way better than last week.
Right.
if they would have started with this one, I'd have been like, okay, this is fine. But that last week, I don't know what happened last week, but yeah, this was way better. This got me more excited for the match. And with that match that Jade had, I don't know why it wasn't a non-title match, but her having a good match right there in that segment, it actually made me excited for the match again. So it did its job. Then we go backstage, and we got Cody Rhodes talking to Nick Aldis, telling them to focus on a contract signing. And then Sami Zayn shows back up, talking his talk about everything that he said and all that stuff. And that Sami Zayn asked for a title shot and all that, and then said he's going to be rooting for him and all. Aleister Black ends up, once Sami gets mad again and hits water bottles and goes up with that water bottle. He's like 0-3 versus that water bottle. Aleister Black showed up, and then Aleister Black basically doing the whole carrying cross thing again.
Exactly.
And maybe this isn't why you're the champion at all, but what you think about that segment? That whole, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Aleister Black.
Just Sami Zayn just need to hurry up and turn heel. This what I feel like is leading towards. He just need to become a bad guy, really. Between now or whatever. But I'm getting tired of him doing the same thing every week with, it should have been me, basically. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that?
I'm the opposite of you.
This becoming the bad guy, man.
I'm the opposite of you right now. I'm enjoying this. You can't just make my bad guy out of nowhere. You gotta take your time. But I'm enjoying the turn by Sami Zayn. It's actually giving something interesting on the show. All right, now we get the match for the Women's Tag Team Championship between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair against the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax and Lash Legend. The Bella Twins come out to watch the match. They get involved. Well, first Nia Jax ends up getting the Bella Twins involved by, I think, what was it? Lash Legend moved first, didn't she? And
then she hit somebody.
Charlotte kicked Brio, I think Nikki or whatever, and then
but it was Nikki.
And then Nia threw Alexa into Brie.
Yeah.
And then once they got back in the ring and all, I think it was Brie, maybe, or maybe it was Nikki. I can't remember which one it was. Got in the ring and started interfering, jumped on Nia Jax and all for the DQ. So technically, I guess the Irresistible Forces won by disqualification. So, and that sets up for another tag team match next week with them defending their tag team championship against the Bella Twins. But what do you think about that match?
No, like that match was pretty cool. I mean, I did like the new move. I guess that's their finisher. I guess that spine buster leg drop combination. Well, that looked kind of hot. So, like I said, it's like they should have been did this a little earlier, man. But they are a legit tag team. This is what they're doing right now. That's tag team wrestling.
And they defending the championship. They about to defend it again next week. So they're gonna defend it about 3 times going into Mania, including Mania.
But I think they're gonna have a 4-way at Mania though. It's some point.
I
don't know who the 4th team is, but maybe it might be them, the Bella Twins. I guess it probably. I can't say Rio. Maybe what's that? Julia, Erica, Katana, maybe.
I don't know, but Jelly Roll talks to Jelly Roll in the back, and it don't matter. Los Garza versus Damian Priest and R-Truth. Damian Priest and R-Truth get the victory. What you thought about that? What you think about that match?
Like I was like Gary said earlier, man. Damian the Undertaker Priest. Why he started stealing the Undertaker's movesets, man? I mean, it was just a match. I mean, why does he need to necessarily have to walk on the top rope? Like it don't.
I hate that. It don't get nothing.
It don't get no pop.
No pop, and then
you would do like a sweat. See this where my expertise come in, because I'm the frog. Even though it wasn't a frog splash, but I gotta get that 2 thumbs down. But it looks ugly.
Yeah.
It don't look right. And then you want to, sit up and start grabbing his throat. Pause. What's that? Angel Garza's throat. Oh man, leave that to Taker. That's why you was getting calls to what's that? The bisexual Undertaker, the bondage Undertaker. Just leave out the Undertaker and you be Damian Priest. That's all you need to do.
He's not Undertaker. He don't got that aura or none of that stuff. He need to chill. That's trash. We go to the back. Miz is cursed by Danhausen. And then we go to Jelly Roll on Miz TV. And Kit Wilson comes out there. Kit Wilson was funny talking about, instead of saying he was toxic, Jelly Roll, he said he was, he was
fat. He was fat phobic.
He said it was obese phobic.
Fat phobic.
Fat phobic. He might say he did say fat phobic. He said he was fat phobic and all. And it hit home a little bit for me.
Jelly Roll
tried to punch Kit, but then knocked out Miz because Miz got cursed. So, what do you think about the whole segment, that Miz TV segment?
I think that was cool. I mean, I think I'm becoming a little bit of a fan of Danhausen. Not because it's wrestling, they just because of the whole you are cursed thing. So
yeah. I told y'all when it happened, I said he'll be fine. He's a comedic character. He's not a serious character, so it's not like he's taking nobody's spot. He's coming in there doing comedy stuff. But I thought it was cool. I thought Kit Wilson was funny. I wish they would have booed Jelly Roll. I was like, please, Arizona, boo him, please. They didn't boo him though. Then we go backstage, Carmelo Hayes, and confronts Ilya Dragunov and all that stuff. And Ilya talking about he can't fight him yet. He's still fighting himself, and I don't know what's going on with that. I guess he's about to turn heel. I don't know.
No, I don't know. That I don't understand that neither myself. I'm confused about that too.
Okay. All right, we'll go past that. Then Tiffany Stratton comes out. What's her name? Chelsea Green tried to mess with her. She pushes her off.
I know that was
wheelchair, and then continues her promo, and it comes on out to the ring. Then it's her versus Kiana James. She picks up the victory after Julia and Chelsea and her service gets involved or whatever, and she picks up the victory with the prettiest moonsault ever. What do you think about that match?
Well, that was just okay. I was like I was saying earlier, like the backstage segment was basically, that like the Chelsea pulling up in a wheelchair. I thought it was hilarious. So it had me entertained.
Chelsea out there putting in work, man.
And the fact that she stayed relevant and she's hurt right now. Yeah. Like you're doing this with injury and you ain't missing no TV time. So see, stuff like this makes you wonder why Chelsea Green is not a champion.
Hey, she gonna be. The people won't get her there.
Right.
Then we go backstage again. Trick says he's going to take out Jacob Fatu tonight. Let's talk about it. And then Sami Zayn steps up to run into him and talk about the recent events. Something I said that should happen last week when I literally on this short saying that Trick you could have Sami talking about you ain't been getting the job done and all. Because he said you called me to get the job done and you haven't got the job done and all. And said that feeling, this embarrassment and all that. And so how'd you feel about that little segment between Trick and Sami?
I say it was just okay. It wasn't, nothing major expected to look forward to, but I thought, they just did a good job. You can't go wrong with Trick right now. So from that aspect of it, that's why it was just pretty decent.
I thought it was cool, except the whole thing. I thought Trick come back on Jacob 5-2 because Jacob got him earlier.
Right.
Awesome. Talking about your booger face ass and all that stuff. I'm like, damn, Trick. But yeah, then they come back and let's see, Trick Williams and Jacob Fatu have a match, a hard fight match. Actually, it was a hard battle. Fought like it was damn near PLE and all. Guys were gassed and all that. Out there giving it all, hitting hard shots. Drew McIntyre ends up getting them coming out. Coming back, said he was going to quit, interfering. He hit? Threw Jacob Fatu into the corner post or whatever. Referee wasn't seeing this, taking care of Trick. And then throw him back in the ring, and Trick hit Jacob 5-2 with 2 trick shots, and it's the 1-2-3. The Clinton 1-2-3. What'd you think about that?
This was good. I enjoyed this. Yeah, it made sure it looked good. Drew interfered, which we know he was going to, but it made sense for his interference because it was going to set up the match between him and Jacob. And the fact that it took more than one trick shot to beat Jacob, So it made Trick look good still. And it don't make Jacob look too bad. I mean, still, it's still Jacob Fatu. So
plus he is Samoan.
Right.
I mean, you got his head's supposed to be
right. He's supposed to be hard as a coconut. Even with the whole the net breaker when he popped back up and everything, and start doing a little his little shaky movement and all that stuff.
Or when he threw his head into the turnbuckle and he started hitting his own head into the turnbuckle,
and he started doing his little emote.
Yeah, but I thought it was good that Trick got a victory. I was talking to Queen. Remember we saw them stories and all, and they said who did they say was the big three? That's what we lead in the future. In that story about a half a year ago or so, who was the big three? They said WWE plan to push.
Wasn't it Jacob, Braun Breaker, and Rhea Ripley?
Rhea Ripley, So with that being said, Trick Williams just got a pinfall on who?
One of those big three members.
Those big three. Remember when Braun Breaker got beat, right? Remember once Braun Breaker got to a point, it's like, damn, Braun can't be beat. It's like, oh, how do you beat him and all? And then when CM Punk ended up beating him with his crew and all, it was like, they taking a step back as they let him get beat right there. It made him look vulnerable. They let Trick beat. I know that Jacob Fatu still look good, and it's going to lead to him beating Drew McIntyre. But letting Trick get a pinfall victory over Jacob Fatu is a big deal.
Right. That's not something to look over.
That means he can beat Jake. He can beat Jacob Fatu. There's not a lot of people right now, I feel like, in the industry that can beat Jacob Fatu.
Right now in the car.
Not right now. This Jacob Fatu. The way
not this Jacob.
That's what I'm saying. Like Trick just got a victory over Jacob Fatu. Trick will be champion by the end of the year, bro. I don't know. I kept saying that. It's inevitable. There's no way not. But they go back. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes get in the ring for their contract signing.
Right.
For WrestleMania match. They start respecting each other and all that, as you know, as they normally would. Cody saying he love him and all that, and they did this stuff and all. And Randy like, man, I don't want to sign it. I wish it was Drew and all of that was going on for where he was setting up, actually saying,
I don't want to have to do this.
I'm about to go crazy, and I'm about to tell you I'm going crazy for that belt, but I wish it wasn't you. He told him that beforehand, and Cody not paying attention. It's okay and all. And then Randy said, okay.
And then he said, you know what? I want the best version of Randy Orton. And everybody famous version of Randy Orton. That 2009. There you go. And that's what it leaded up to. Come on back.
Let's go.
The 09
Randy has returned. Destroy Cody Rhodes, bust him wide open. He was laying out on the table, on the stairs and all that. They were set up the security and backstage and all. The crew came out to stop him. Randy went away for a second, came back with a chair and gave him like a concerto with the stairs.
Right.
It was disgusting. You had the audience out there like, their hands on their faces and all, like, wow, what's going on in that moment? So
Cody probably got himself a little bit too good though.
So I'm gonna tell you, it looked like he cut the hell out of him. So he did a Dusty Rhodes cut. He learned that from his father. But so here's the thing though. They're gonna boo Cody at WrestleMania. They're gonna still cheer Randy no matter what. He on that at that point. Like you're not gonna get booed against Cody. If Cody wins this at the Randy like beats his ass beforehand to get in it, you feel me, like do this kind of stuff, this kind of sadistic stuff, and Cody still wins, what happens, Travis? That place is gonna boo.
It's gonna boo.
They're gonna boo first and foremost, but secondly, what happens after that if Triple H let Cody win?
You think the first that I don't know how many at now. You think the 50,000 dislikes gonna be something?
I don't think they're gonna be biased.
It's gonna be that times 2, and some viewership probably gonna go down.
Yeah, we'll see. But yep, that happens. SmackDown goes off the air. I think next week they said it's going to be Jelly Roll back again. Oh my goodness, Kit Wilson gonna call them out. The tag team championship for the women again. Irresistible Forces versus the Twins. That's going to end in a DQ as well, or no contest. We already know that.
We got the Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium next week.
Oh yeah, because Motor City Machine Guns had a little animosity backstage because Shelly was helping out
Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so they don't care. And then back behind there, if you paid attention, Jade Cargill was back there talking to B-Fab because Michin and B-Fab wasn't really feeling Rhea Ripley out there. So while, if you go back and look at that, pay attention, while Johnny Gargano and all that stuff happening, B-Fab, B-Fab and Michin, that's what we beefing with Jade Cargill. But when it happened, when they saw Rhea Ripley, it was like, you want some BS. You feel me? Like, we don't need you, Rhea, and all that. We didn't ask you to come over and do this. So after that, while that was going on, Johnny and them, and it was on purpose. They weren't like in the shot by mistake and ran out and all. They were sitting back there talking. It was B-Fab and Jade like standing there talking to each other. So I don't know what's going on with all of this, but
they tired of showing up on SmackDown every week. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. She be taking people's spots and all. That's what I'm saying. She be telling the truth, but I'm hoping, bro. I want Jade to win that match, man. That's how you solidify Jade. That she is, you feel me, somebody that can compete with them and beat them for the title and all. Let Jade win, man.
Right. She could be a Rhea Ripley or a Charlotte Flair.
Rhea Ripley, yeah.
The big name women on the roster that they have.
Yes. They need to do that. But I hope Jade wins. Like I hope they have a match and they win. But yeah, that was it, bro. That's the whole show. So overall, how do you feel about it, man?
Well, I said that if it's just on a, well, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that for Sunday, but it was okay. I'm gonna say great. Like I said, lackluster beginning, but I thought the ending did well.
Yeah, it picked up in the second half. It was a great second half. The main event.
I'll say within probably the last hour and a half of the show.
Like Trick and Jacob had a good match, a real good match. It was it was on a 5-star rating. I'd at least give it 4. They actually did. I want to see another match between them two. After watching,
I can watch another match between them two.
We can watch a PLE match between them two or something like that. That would be good. Stipulations or something in the line. I like that. I think that's going to be good.
Right.
And the way they were out there wrestling and all, you could tell that they were giving it their all. Like they would be fine being competition and all. I think that's cool. That was that worked. That worked. They got something going on. With Trick basically working with everybody on the roster though. Like everybody.
Right. He's seeing everybody, not seeing everybody, but he's
clicking. Like it's like, okay, that works. Oh, okay. I can see that going on. So it's funny because just thinking Dave Meltzer said he was so trash in the ring and people wouldn't love him and all, but he keep being the main event and showing out and being the best match on the card most of the time.
Right.
So it is what it is, but that's it, bro. You got anything else you want to say about this, man?
Because I was like going to ask you, like ever since he showed up on the main roster, hasn't he always been wrestling towards the end of each show that he's been on? And every every PLE he's been on, he's been in the main event.
Yeah, people still talking about.
He's straight up saying that don't sound like someone that's being trash to me. That's just my opinion.
And they keep saying go for the U.S. title and all. And I'm like, why? He gonna win that WWE title real soon. That's gonna be on his way real soon. Like I said, he beat. Okay, here we go again. What is Jacob Fatu wrestling for? Is he wrestling for the U.S. title still?
No.
What is he wrestling for, Travis? You tell me.
Although he's trying to wrestle for what's that? The heavyweight, the World Heavyweight Championship.
WWE Championship, right? Okay. Who Trick Williams just beat?
Jacob Fatu.
So what that mean Trick Williams wrestling for?
That same championship.
Alrighty then, bro. The show with that one. I just want to make 1 + 1 = 2, or 2 + 2 = Thomas Jefferson, sucker. But before we leave, a couple of things real quick. Shout out to the merch, man. Travis, I get the merch. Travis, you behind. You better click on that link. Shout out to the merch, man. I think we should Like I said, it should be in the description. If not, I'll add it after the show's over. But it normally is down there. Check it out. The links are live. How about the channel if you do want to? And the shirts are fire, by the way. Also, before I get off of here, this is our schedule. Please subscribe. You can go over to our Discord and do the watch along, or you can be a part of the YouTube watch along as well. We do watch parties for Raw. And run that back again. Sorry, I should have looped it. Pause. Let's see. Raw on Mondays, NXT on Tuesdays, Wednesdays. We do Evolve, but we also starting the AEW Dynamite as well. Thursdays, we're doing TNA now. Shout out to Ricky Sosa. Already started.
Sosa.
As we did today, on Fridays, we do SmackDown. Saturdays, AAA. So the Rey Reyes starts tomorrow. We'll be showing that. And the NEPLEs as well. And our recap shows are on Sunday afternoons. So yeah, man. Thank you so much for helping us out. If you're watching the rerun, anything else, definitely leave a comment. Anything, we'll definitely get back to you. Check out our other shows. We'll be back tomorrow. For my guy Travis, the Frog Splash Connoisseur, I'm Muy Grande, African Americano. This is We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. We'll see you tomorrow. Same combat time, same combat place. And we out, y'all. Peace.